Hello goddesses and welcome to the Red Stash. I have a lot of red polishes. I'm just going to lift the camera up a little bit for you to see the scale of the heap there. What I find to be quite amazing is that for a colour that is so one-dimensional as red, I don't understand how I have this many. I just absolutely do not understand. I have tried to dedupe them so many times and it's just not possible, and I don't know whether it's just because I look at a red polish and I fall in love with the decadence of the colour. I don't know what it is, but try my hardest as I have never ever been able to destash these red polishes. So I don't even know what the best way is to go about trying to show you these red ones, because whereas blue, you've got very pale blue all the way through to navy. With red, it's just red. And yes, you can have some reds which are very much on the tomato side, and other reds which are totally on the, that's probably not a good example, on the naughty side. They're red. There's not that much differentiation. So what we might do, right, let's try and pick out the reds first of all that are what I would call bright reds. So we're going to build ourselves a little den of cherry happiness over here. And we're going to pull some bright ones out, and we're going to look at how many exactly Crumpet has got that you would have to say are identical, because it's going to be a lot. But then don't ask me to get rid of any, because I just can't, because they're reds. And I know I'm supposed to be showing you how to dedupe in these posts as well, but they're red. They're red. They're red. I can't do it. I can't do it. Not with reds. Probably that one. No, we'll save that one for a bit later. That one. It's a bit darker. That's a bit darker. Okay, let's start with these ones then. Right, so here I have a little selection of bright red polishes for your delectation. So these have all been bought for different reasons along the line. Red is probably the colour the most where I keep them for nail art. I do use red quite a lot in my nail art, and I love it, and a lot of these are what I would call just nail art polishes. So let me show you what I mean. So Right Said Fred, Sally Hansen, nail art polish. Wet and Wild, Everybody Loves Redmond, yeah, nail art polish. China Glaze, what's this one? Revolution, yeah, nail art polish. Max Factor, I don't even know why I bought that. That can go in the destash pile. Not a nail art polish and not one to just wear either. So of those, of those 10, 3 of them are just for nail art. So they're just good quality polishes. They're great reds, great colours, nice and vibrant. If I make a mess with them or accidentally knock them over while I'm nail arting, not the end of the world. However, these are my reds that I love and would wear for manicures. So first of all, there are no prizes for guessing what this is. Zoyosuke, the perfect bright red. However, my favourite bright red is actually this one, Dollish Polish Nice Scrunchy Heather. This was one of the first polishes I had a yearning for. I'm still trying to find this as a cream. It's just the perfect colour for me. I love colours that are on the red tomato cusp. So, you know, just before tomatoes get really ripe. And I love this one. It's got a teeny bit of hollow in it before hollow became really bendy. And I just love it. And I'd love to find a non-hollow version of that polish. You'd think that I would have it there in Footloose by Deborah Lippman, but you know what, it's so long since I got this in a swap from the lovely Sheila that I can't even remember. Shit, maybe I've been looking for it all this time and I actually owned it. Right, I'm going to put that to one side because I've got some experimenting I need to do with that one. We've then got a very, very lovely above the curve polish watermelon, which is a red and a hollow, but it's in the reds. It should be in the hollows. Don't know why it's in here, but isn't it lovely? Really, really beautiful polish. One of my very favourites, and one of the polishes actually that tipped me over into being an orange lover. This is Vegas by Picture Polish. This is one of those tomatoey reds. It's quite shimmery. It's got a lot of gold in it, and it is beautiful. We've also then got this beauty, another Ninja polish, which is great. This is Ambrosia. It's red, it's got a lot of gold in it, and this is quite tomatoey but also quite shimmery, but very, very nice. And then the final bright one that I've got is Nails Ink Gatwick, which is a matte red, because I didn't have a matte red. It was before Zoya re-released their famous matte red. Name escapes me, so I wanted one and I found one. So there you go. So they're my bright reds. Excuse me, let's just get those out the way. Right, shall we do some very, very dark decadent ones now, just so you can see the opposite end of the spectrum. I'll try and leave out ones that are shimmery, or too different, just so that we've got a different type of polish to look at in a little while. I'll leave that to one side. Got that one. Oh, holy shit, Batman, I've got so many dupes. Really, really have. I really don't want to get rid of any of my reds though, because I love them. Right. Oh yes, let's pick that one out. Okay, let's go with these ones for now then. So these are what I would call the blood reds, the dark Morticia reds. Absolutely fabulous, absolutely decadent. You can't help but feel like a powerful woman when you wear these colours. Interestingly, Zoya was a brand that at one time I had quite a lot of and loved, and gradually I've destashed it a lot. Probably the bulk of what remains of my Zoya collection is in this red box actually. So there we go. So Zoya Dakota, I love this. It goes on so darkly, so dramatic. It's got, I guess, a slight brown base to it, but it doesn't look brown, unlike OPI Susie I'm a Chocoholic. Oh god, that's even got dust on it. This is one of my first APIs that I bought, which is definitely brown of touch. You see, they're different. They're different, not similar, different. Okay, we've then got a Jacava, which I was sent for review. Lovely polishes. This wand is so beautiful to use. Really nice. This is called Crimson Crush. I also love the shape of that bottle. There's just something really appealing about it. Deborah Lippman, Just Walk Away Renee. It's just a classic. One of those had to have polishes. Can't say that I wear it a lot, but this is killer when you've got short nails. Mentality Tempest, absolutely stunning. This is a matte polish. It dries beautifully. Add a top coat to it and it will absolutely take your breath away. This is really, really dark but utterly gorgeous. China Glaze Velvet Bow, which I'm pretty sure came to me from my good friend B. So this is the perfect garnet ruby colour. To be honest, I tend to use this more for nail art because it's China Glaze. I'd rather use that one than my Deborah Lippman. We've then got Zoya Posh, which is the one I was trying to remember when I showed you the Nails Ink. I think I may have bought it, searched for it for a long time and then never used it. Whoops. Another Mentality, this one's Allure. So this is a couple of clicks lighter than Tempest. just to show that you need both. And then we have Sally Hansen Flirt, which if you're after a budget polish, this is the perfect dark, ruby, nasty red. Very cheap, but very dark, very special. Okay, so that's the dark ones then. Right, let's go for... Oh, let's get the glitters out the way, shall we? There's not that many glitters in this box. I try and keep my glitters separate. But then, as with everything, once the boxes they're supposed to be in become a bit overfilled, that's when the filing system goes to shit a little bit. So the red glitters, for some reason, have ended up back with all the red polishes. Hey ho, not the end of the world. Are there any more? Oh yeah, that's hiding. That's hiding. Okay. Oh yeah, that one. Oh, and that one. Okay. So let's do these ones then. I love my red glitters. Christmas, it's kind of got to be done. But even so, even if it's not Christmas, red glitters are just always, always awesome. So let's start with this very subtle one. This is Zoya Delilah. Very subtle sparkle in that one. Makes it really quite delicious. We've then got a lovely Sonoma nail art one. This one's Deadly Zins. A lot of my reds actually are a mixture of red and purple glitters, which you can see there. And not even all the red and purple ones are in here, because I know the Crow's Toes one isn't. But I love that. And similarly, Black Cat Lacquer. Bloody Kisses is in there. Utterly loved that polish. That was what made me fall in love with that brand. So this has got like a blackcurrant jelly as the base, and then all those luscious glitters in it. We then have a Northern Star polish. This is called Ligeia, and this is red and black glitter. I forget what colour I wore this over for contrast on the blog, whether it was blue or something else, and it really popped against a contrast colour. So don't think you always have to wear them with reds underneath. You can vary your undies, it's fine. A Del Sol polish, which is supposed to change colour from red to purple. I've never actually worn that one. Let's shuffle that off to the great polish beyond. Red Dog Designs, the engineer, this is one of her Doctor Who polishes. This is pretty much the perfect red glitter bomb. If all you want in your red glitter is red and glitter and red glitter, this is great, absolutely fantastic, and it looked luscious on. Similar but different is this pretty polish one called Blood Clot. I bought it for the name. It was a little bit too sheer for me. Oh, look, can you see how that's gone a bit gloopy there? It looks like brains. So I may not keep that one. I've never had a yearning to wear that one again. Oh, the fabulous Morticia Darling. Crow's Toes. You just can't go wrong with her polishes, and Morticia is so special in so many ways. I'm not even sure that this should be in this box actually, whether it should be with the oranges. This is Zipless by Literary Lacquers. It's mainly an orangey and goldy kind of glitter. I wonder if I put it in here though, because it looks best over a red base. Really pops over the red. The famous Elle's Spell by Barry Elle, because it rhymes. And you know what, it was one of my very first lemmings. Took a long time for me to get it, got it through a swap, and then you guessed it, haven't worn it. Right, China Glaze Ring in the Red. Last time I destashed my reds, I got rid of a lot of red glitters, and most of them were China Glaze. So I got rid of the famous Ruby Pumps because I actually prefer this one, even though it's the heinous micro glitter. I find this gives a better effect. So if I want a nice sparkly red glitter, I'll usually wear this over a red base. Studio M. I very, very, very rarely use this, but I can't bear to get rid of it. This came from one of my very first swaps that I did when I was in Polishaholics Anonymous. Can you just see all that sparkle? That's why I can't bear to get rid of it. It's a great polish just to drop in there in nail art. If you're doing, say, a dotticure with lots of different shades of the same colour, it's a really nice accent red to use. And that one's called Slammin' Red because it's slamming. And then this one, which was one I made, and actually it's not bad if I do say so myself. It's in an OPI bottle. Can't guarantee that the base was an OPI red, and then it had something like a China glaze twinkle twinkle something go in it, and I wear that at Christmas. It's quite nice. Right then, let's do some shimmery wimmery whatsits. And then, oh, here's a random glitter. Lacquerhead Zombie Kisses, red with black glitter, which you can't really go wrong. Oh, we have got a lot of red shimmers in the house. Oh, crap, have we ever? Oh, 2L spells. Wow. What do you know? Did not know that was happening. I say that like it's the greatest crime of the century. I do worry about myself sometimes. Okie dokie. So this then is our pile of red shimmer-tasticness, which then leaves behind it kind of pretty much standard red stuff, I think. Okay, so a lot of variety going on here. Let's start with this one. One of last year's Mariah polishes in my Santa suit. This is just a nice metallic red. Do you remember the other year when OPI released a metallic red, and so did Zoya? This is pretty much the same. You only need one of them, so I kept that one. Then got this lovely Layla ceramic polish, which is red with flakies, which really in some ways is doing the job of what putting Barriel L Spell over a red polish would do, but just all in one bottle. A clean colour. This is one of the very few clean colours I've kept. When clean colour first came out, I bought all of them because they were hollow and they were amazing, and I just love that 2 years on that does in no way resemble our definition of hollow. They are flakies, people, flakies. So this is chunky hollow poppy layering polish, but a really nice one. Then we have this fabulous Hits polish, which is another red flaky, which makes it different to the Layla. So this one's called Flamenco. Slightly more orangey than the Rubia Layla. That's all I'm going to say. Moving on. Utterly gorgeous, The Spy Who Loved Me by OPI. Really like that. Again, I want this colour but without the gold shimmer, and then I'd be happy. Well, probably not. There'd still be something else I wanted. Pretty serious. This is gorgeous. Viscous Vampire. Just perfect. I love the pink and the violet edges that are going on in this one. Utterly beautiful. I've then got another Ninja polish. This is Divinity. This can be worn on its own, or it can be worn on top of other colours, and it does all sorts of shape shifting, as you can see in the bottle. Dory. I do love Dory. For a long time though, I thought these were just ridges on the base of the bottle. It's only about a year after I'd started buying them that I realised it spelled out Dory. This one's called The Night Before Christmas. It's gorgeous. I tend to wear it just before Christmas. This OPI, the very famous and gorgeous La Boheme. So that's not going anywhere. It is special. I did a blog post on it quite recently, which was quite a labour of love. I didn't need to wear it over black. It was just stunning. So that's not going anywhere until I need to buy a Zimmer frame. We then have OPI Royal Raja Ruby. This one, I think I owned it once, got rid of it because I didn't really like it, and then I had to buy it again. And I have to say, this is the perfect blood colour. When I want dried blood, in my manis. This is what I use. This is what's been in half my Dexter manis, most of my Halloween manis. Love it. Thank you, Kirsten, for getting that for me. Ah, right. Now, do you remember when I did my orange post, I wondered where this had gone? Well, it's in the reds. This is an OPI black label, Charge It in Milan, utterly stunning. This is like a living, breathing conker. It's probably only in here because the orange box is smaller. OPI Germanicure and Oktoberfest will be quite close. Yeah, there we go. Still bewilders me that these were both in the same collection. I can only imagine that whoever was in charge of that collection was like me and went, put them both, because they are shockingly